What a mess. Today I'm going to do something, or attempt to do something interesting. So here we are in the A2A. Oh, sorry about that. Here we are in the A2A Comanche. It's a Piper Comanche, but the developer is A2A Simulations. And if you're familiar with A2A, they're really detailed in the aircraft systems. So, for instance, on the iPad here, you can go in and set up. You can set the aircraft up for different stuff. All these, you got wheel chops, tie downs, and stuff like that. But the main thing that I enjoy is the maintenance part. So you have airframe, engine analyzer, and electrical system. So right now you see the battery's on, 12.2 volts, and it's I guess this is saying it's sending voltage to the cockpit, I guess, and the overall system's pulling 10 amps. So pretty cool. Here the alternator, the engine-driven alternator, is offline, so it's not doing anything. But you can go in and inspect the engine, and you can inspect the airframe. So, and you can also set it to a new airframe or used. This I have it set to used. You can go in here. So it's saying that the prop is pretty much at TBO, and you should replace it. It's got low voltage, so the battery could be bad, getting bad, needs to be charged up. Here's a brake. The brake pads are worn down. So stuff like that. On the engine, the fuel filter looks like it needs to be replaced. You can do a compression check. You can see number 2 cylinder here is not where it should be. It doesn't tell you what the value is, but it does say that it's low. And replacing the cylinder, obviously you would it would bring the value up to where it needs to be. So you can also change your spark plug, massive wire, fine wire. You can change the oil type. You can put different. You can change the amount of oil in the engine. You clean your plugs. Overhaul the entire engine. Let's see. You can change the prop. So right here, right now we got the Macaulay prop. You can change it to a MT prop, which is a composite prop. It's lighter, 3-bladed. It's either composite or wood. I think it's composite. We'll go back to the Macaulay. So today I'm gonna attempt to destroy this airplane. I'm gonna do all kind of stuff and see what happens after we inspect the airplane. So yeah, here we go. Oh, one more thing, you can do a walk around, like your pre-flight check. You can go out here and look at the flap. In a real plane, you would check the rod end, check for play. I don't know how to move on to the next objective. You can check the aileron. Let's see. Where is the iPad here? Where's the iPad at? Oh, here we go. Okay, move on to the aileron. You can move it with your hands. Stuff like that. Here's a cool feature. You can check the fuel quantity. Pop the cap. Look down in there. Here you can sump the gas. Somehow, okay, you push it up and you drain fuel. And you can check for water and particulates and make sure you got the proper grade of fuel. So it's pretty neat, pretty detailed. I remember in Microsoft 10 they had a 172, and for Microsoft 10 that was ahead of its time, but it fits for this flight simulator setup. And do the same thing. But anyway, you get the gist of it. So we'll scroll out. We'll scroll out here and try and destroy this beautiful airplane here. All right, so I'll just do a normal takeoff, nothing too fancy, and then we'll go mess around, do some stuff. So you can tell there's a lot of vibrations. That might be because the number 2 cylinder is dead, or not dead, but it's got low compression. So you can tell there's a lot of vibrations going on. Put the gear up, flaps up. Okay, what should we do first? Let's see. How about let's just stall the airplane above the runway and just let it hammer onto the pavement. See if we can get either some flat spots or blown tires, or destroy the landing gear struts or something. Let's just see what happens. So overall, it flies very well. Obviously, right now I got some engine problems, but pretty severe. If it's bad enough to make the shades vibrate, I'd say that's pretty severe. But overall, when everything's the way it should be, it actually flies very well. In the flight, man, it's even vibrating the door handle. Matter of fact, I'm not sure if the door is shut or not. Oh, well, it's definitely open now. All right. So let's see. Let's do a stalled landing, and we'll let the airplane just slam down on the pavement. All right, this is a pretty good height. Let's see. Yeah. Well, the tires still look to be good. I'm sure they're flat spotted though. Let's see what the shop says about it. No, still the same. All right, well. Let's see. All right, this time I'm going to take off. I'm going to set the parking brake, and I'm going to land with the parking brake on, and maybe do some other weird stuff. So let's try that. Let's do a quick little loop right here. All right, set the parking brake, and we are going to wear these pads out. I'll make a fast approach and land. All right, put the gear down. I'm going to leave the flaps up, and I'm just going to do a high-speed landing. Now we know it said the left pads were already needing to be replaced. So we'll see if it changes the right pads. Alright, we're super fast, 140 knots. Oh, that might be miles an hour. That's miles per hour. So about 125 miles an hour. Oh, and keep it on the pavement. Try to keep the speed up. So we're at 110 miles an hour. And wham! Oh, I can hear the brakes screeching. I can hear them squealing. Oh. Okay. Enough of that. They don't seem to be doing much. I guess I wore them out. 'Cause I'm stepping on them and it ain't stopping. I'm stepping on the brakes. Oh, going off in the grass. Yeah, they've got to be wore out. Oh, I can hear it too. This is bare metal. Let's see. What's the shop say? Oh, that's the gust lock. Bungee cord gust lock. What's the shop say? No, it still says it's okay. Huh. Well, interesting. I wonder if you have to be shut down before you can get an actual reading on a maintenance check. Let's see. Let's do cold and dark. Oh, I don't want that. Continue. Maintenance. Let's check it again. Nope. It's got some pretty poor mechanics. Alright. Let's do a gear up landing and see what happens. How about that? Yeah. Alright. Gear up landing. First, let me fix this engine, I guess. So we got a bad number 2 cylinder. Let's replace the cylinder. Alright, and there's a bad fuel filter. Fix that. And the prop needs to be replaced. See if that takes some vibrations out. Alright. Park and brake off. Let's take off and do a gear up landing. Just to see what happens. Alright, you hear the gear warning horn. But we are going to ignore that. Let's stall it. Well, the prop is bent. Look at that. Look at that prop. Okay. So, to fix this, we can actually put the aircraft on jets. Somehow, let's see, how do you do it? I saw some jets. There it is, jets. Put it on jets. Look at that. And here comes the gear coming down. That's neat. Got a tail weight, like a barrel full of concrete. Yep, that's what it looks like. Okay, so let's see what happened to our aircraft. All right, obviously the prop needs to be replaced. Okay, the crankshaft is shot, but that's it. So let's see. I wonder if we can start this thing. Let's start it. Oh, I was trying to turn over. Yeah. So let's repair the crankshaft and see if we can get it to start. Oh yeah. Look at there. So the engine's working, but the prop is still bent. Look at that. You can kind of see the this thing here is just all kinds of messed up. Look at that tail. Look at that tail. Good grief. Alright. Let's see if we can take off. This is crazy, man. Look at this. Good grief. Alright, what happens if let's see if we can take off. Oh yeah, we're only... Oh, I think we're losing the engine. That's it. We lost the engine. Good gracious alive. Welp. Okay. Let's try something. Let's see if we can put the aircraft in the air with the prop in its current state of bent. Let's see here. Just pick a random spot. 7,000 feet, that works. Let's see what happens. Alright, here we are. Just a random place over Eastman at 7,000 feet. Our prop is still bent from the last gear up scenario. And I have to rebuild the engine first so we can get this thing moving. So bad crankshaft, going through some crankshafts today. Alright, start it. So here we go, 7,000 feet. Let's see how long it takes for this thing to crap out. So look at our RPM fluctuation. Now what happens if I pull the prop back? Oh, there goes the engine. So you see our fuel flow is going down. Manifold pressure is just the barometric pressure, and we have no RPM. But the prop's still windmilling. That looks funky. What a mess. That's wild. Okay, so I'm gonna put the MT prop on first. Let me fix the prop, fix the engine. What does our compressions look like? Oh, they're still good. Okay, let's put the MT prop on. It's a composite, and let's do a gear up with this thing. You hear the gear warning horn going off. So the gear is up. Oh! Nice landing. That sounded awful. All right, let's check it out. Yep, that prop is no more. That thing is gone. Wow. I wish they would make scratches on the airframe. Of course, I guess they didn't intend on people doing this intentionally. But yeah, pretty cool. Pretty cool. And we're back on jets. Drop the gear. I wonder if you can start it with the airplane on jets. Oh, you can. Let's just overhaul the engine. How about that? Overhaul the engine. Boom. Brand new engine. Well, overhauled engine. Alright. Something like this, I think we'll try and see, just to see what happens. Nothing too dramatic. I think I prefer the Macaulay prop, actually. Alright, well, the gear and brakes are still good, so I don't know if it's even set up that way. It's probably set up for just a wear and tear over time, maybe. But so this is pretty cool. It's showing you the cycles of the engine. So this is a 6-cylinder, and I guess the red and the white. So the red be the well, you got the four cycles, and this is your spark plug, your exhaust. This is showing you your fuel system. So you got the fuel driven pump, electric driven pump. If I turn that off, see it. Oh, okay. This is the electric driven pump, and this is the engine driven pump for the fuel. And the two magnetos. That's pretty cool. Here's the throat of the or the venturi and the throat of the carburetor. And as I open the throttle, you can see the valve open. So that's pretty cool. And it gives you all the torque, RPM, power, and thrust. Pretty cool. There's the starter. So this would be a Lycoming engine. whereas your odds are on the right and the even cylinders are on the left. I don't know the firing order for the 6-cylinder engine. Here our battery, you can see it's low, so just the alternator is powering the electrical system. 6 amps, that's pretty typical. Okay. Well, I hope you found this video entertaining at the least, I guess, and demonstrate a little bit of this pretty cool airplane put out by Accu-Sim. It's really neat. If you're really into GA, this is pretty cool. Learning how to pre-fly and run aircraft systems. It's really neat. It flies very well for a simulator. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed it.